Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. Please wait a few minutes until it's 7, then we'll begin at 7. Hello, Yu Hao. Thanks for joining. Hello, The Seat. User 10045. Hello, Jacob. Today we are doing P6 math, okay? So make sure you are joining the correct live. Yu Hao, what do you mean by you have the background sound? Is there some sort of background sound? Yu Hao, like water sound. Are you sure? I don't. There's no water sound. Like I don't hear any water sound. Yeah. Oh, user 1004. Is there some water sound? Ah, there's echo. Okay. Okay, echo, okay, then give me a moment. Maybe I switch up the mic. Yeah, wait a while, Okay, can you guys let me know whether the audio is okay now? Is it better? Is there still the background noise? Okay, it's better. That's great. Asher, hello. Yes, I remember you. Okay. Make the mic louder. I think it's at its max volume already. Let me see if I can make it louder. Wait. Okay, I've increased the volume. Is it better, everybody? Is the mic volume okay? Yes? Okay, that's great. Let's begin. Okay, so let's start off with MCQ. First question today is very simple. Which of the following is 806,013 in numerals? So same thing, let me know your answers in the chat. I don't think you need more than 10 seconds for this, okay? So send your answers in the chat. Okay, good. Seems like all of you choose option 2, right? I did not see any other answers. Okay, great. Yes, okay, so all of you are correct. Option 2 is the answer. Very simple. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. What is the value of 36,000 divided by 400? okay, for this one, I see a lot of different answers. So I think some of you need to check your answers again. Some of it is not correct. I give you all another 30 seconds, okay, if you want to change your answer. Okay, anyone else? So just now I saw 1, 3, and 4, okay, but seems like now majority is 2, right? Do you all agree it's 2? Yeah, let's see what's the working. So I will write it out first, 36,000 divided by 400. So when you want to divide, you can cancel the same number of zeros from each number. So I'm going to cancel 2 zeros from each number. That means that I'm left with 360 divided by 4. Okay, so this gives you 90, which is option 2. Yep. Avocado lover, yes, you should remove the zeros, that's correct. But make sure you remove the same number of zeros. Okay, so you cannot remove 3 zeros here, then remove 2 zeros here. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Okay, good job everybody. Moving on, question 3. Question 3, I think you need some time to work it out. This is a P5 concept, right? Order of operations. Let me know your answers once you're done. Cheng Si, you just need to type your answer once, okay? Because if you send too many times, TikTok might ban you. Yeah, just send your answer once is good enough. I do see your answers. Okay, most of you have the same answer. Last 15 seconds, if you're still working on it. 15 seconds. Oh, okay. Payao, you change your answer, right? Just now you say it's 4. Now you change to 3. Okay, let's go through this. Majority of you say it's 3. Let's see whether it's correct. So for order of operations, I think you should have learned in school. We follow this acronym, right, BODMAS? So B stands for bracket. Let's look at the bracket first. Within the bracket, you have 3 plus 1. So that gives you 4. After that, you can remove the brackets. Okay, so next you look at division or multiplication, whichever comes first. So for this question, the division comes first. So I'm going to look at 24 divided by 4, which is 6. Yes. Okay, so after that, you should do the multiplication, which is 6 times 2, that gives you 12. And then finally, you're left with subtraction. So you just subtract, then you get 90. This should be number 3. Okay, Sushi Monster, what does the O in BODMAS stand for? It doesn't really stand for anything, but then you need a vowel so that you can read this word. Because if you only have BDMAS, then you can't really pronounce this word. Yeah, so the O, is to help you pronounce this acronym. It doesn't actually stand for much. Yep. Okay, so Yu Hao says that you can also think of it as operation. Okay. Alright, so let's move on. Next page. Question 4 is also fairly simple. Which of the following is equal to 5 whole and 2/5? Let me know your answers. Okay, Dev, how come you put so many question marks? Okay, give your 15 seconds. 15 seconds. You should not need longer than that. So most of you chose 2, right? Let's see whether it's 2. Okay, so you see that the answers are all decimal. So this question is testing you on whether you know how to change a fraction into a decimal. So to change a fraction into a decimal, you just need to make sure that the denominator is either 10, 100 or 1000. So for this, I will change this into 4/10. Okay, so this is converted to 5.4. Yeah, so 5.4 is number 2. Yes, yeah, number 2 is correct. Okay, so good job if you got it correct. Next one also very simple. What does the digit 6 in 8.567 stand for? You don't need any calculation for this. Just pick the correct answer. I don't want to see 6, 7 in the comments, okay guys? The 6, 7 trend is over already. Okay, it's outdated already. Don't talk about 6, 7. Yeah. You're so naughty, Dev, Josh, Liang Hian. I say don't talk about 6, 7. You're still typing 6, 7. Ay. Okay, you have the answers? So they're asking you for the digit 6, right? The digit 5, we look at digit 5 first. So the digit 5 comes right after the decimal place, which means that the digit 5 will be in your tens place with a TH. And then you can move on to digit 6, which is beside it. So it'll be hundreds with a TH. Okay, so this is 6 hundredths. This is number 3, which I think, yeah, most of you got correct. Uma is number 3, not number 2. Okay, next. Next, we have a area of triangle question. Let me know your answers. What is the area of this triangle? I'll give you 30 seconds, okay, for this question. 30 seconds. User 1004 and Alice and Jolene, you might want to try again. Asher, I think you got to try again. Okay, last 10 seconds. Some of you need to try again. I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, Ken, let's go through this. You check whether your answer is correct, okay? So the formula for area of a triangle you should have learned in P5 is half times base times height. So remember that between your base and height, there should be a right angle. So if you look at the diagram, there is a right angle, right? So between the between 10 cm and 15 cm, you see the right angle. So that means that the base and the height should be 10 and 15 cm. Okay, so I will use half times 10 times 15 to get the answer. Alice and Yu Hao, no, today no Kahoot. We just had Kahoot last week, right, for math? Last Friday, we just had Kahoot. Okay, so I'll show you how to calculate this. When you have half, you can cross cancel. So I will cross cancel the 2 and the 10. Then I will have 1 and 5. Okay, so all you need to do is to use 5 times 15. And then you can get the answer 75. Yeah, so this is number 4 as your answer. Some of you got option 1, right? Option 1, I think you forgot to times half. That means your formula, you probably just use base times height. You forgot the half. Okay, let me see the chat. Okay, you guys were looking forward to Kahoot, is it? But we just had it last week, eh? It's too soon. Yeah, I think for math, you gotta wait a few more weeks because we rotate amongst the subjects. So this week will be Kahoot for another subject now. Okay, let me see. See if there's any more questions. Dev, you don't understand. Dev, you just need to apply the formula half times base times height. And then between your base and the height, there must be a right angle. Okay, so Dev, you identify the base and the height, then you just put the numbers into the formula. Okay, Wax, you don't understand what is cross cancel, is it? Okay, Wax, you should have learned what is cross cancel in P5, eh? You're P6 ready now, right? Okay, cross cancel. Yeah, so let me just give you an example of cross cancel, okay? So for example, let's say you got this fraction times maybe this fraction. So how do you do cross cancellation? You can cross cancel diagonally like this. So that means that 3 and 9 you can cross cancel. Both of them divide by 3, you should get 1 and 3. And then you can also look at the other direction, which is 4 and 8. So you can also cross cancel these two. You'll get 1 and 2. So for this, you will get the answer 2/3. Okay, Ken? Wax, does that answer your question? This is how you do cross cancellation. You should have learned it in P5. Those of you asking for booklet, I think you're asking for booklet, right? Unfortunately, we don't have leh. Yeah, we don't have booklet. We only got Kahoot. But if you join our boot camps, we have booklet during the boot camps. Okay. Okay. Wax, I have to move on. I cannot explain to you another time already. Yeah. Okay, let's look at question 7. The figure is divided into 20 equal parts. What percentage of the figure is unshaded? Okay, keyword is unshaded. Let me know your answers. Give your 30 seconds for this, okay? 30 seconds. By the way, you guys need to read the keyword carefully. It's asking you for unshaded, not shaded. So some of you, the answers that you give me is for the shaded ones. Yeah. Okay, can I give you all 10 more seconds? Yo Xiang, yes, my Apple Pencil is low battery. Yeah, it's 5% only. So later during the break time, I need to charge my Apple Pencil, okay? Wax, you didn't manage to screenshot. Ken, Wax, later during the break, I will scroll back up for you, then you can take a screenshot, okay? All right, let's go through this. So I want to focus on the unshaded, okay, over the total. Then because you want it as a percentage, right, then you got to times 100%. Yeah, the keyword is unshaded. So how many unshaded are there? You can see that there's 4 that is shaded. So if you use 20, which is the total, you minus 4, then your unshaded should be 16, right? Okay, so numerator is 16, your total is 20, and then you just need to times 100%. Okay, so this will give you 80% as the answer. So those of you who pick number 1 is correct. Jolene, you pick number 4. Number 4 is the shaded, not the unshaded. Jolene, this one is shaded. Okay, they're asking you for unshaded. Wax, I cannot explain every single question twice. If not, we cannot finish the materials, you know? Yeah. Okay, those of you who are asking whether this is P5 or P6, technically this is for P6s, but then actually all the materials that we are covering, right, is P5 stuff. Because you guys just started P6, so we won't cover any new topics for P6. Yeah. Okay, so actually all the questions here are from P5. Yeah. There are no new P6 questions here. Car addict, ratio don't have. Yeah, no ratio. No ratio questions. Okay, we look at question 8, which is a geometry question. So they said that ABC and DBF are straight lines. Find angle FBE, okay, which is the one that I have highlighted in green. Yeah, so just let me know your answer. You only need one step for this question. Just one step. Okay, seems like most of you say is number 2. Yeah, let's check whether it's correct. So over here, you have 2 straight lines that are crossing each other, right? So you can make use of the property vertically opposite angles. So for vertically opposite angles, they will be equal. So this means that 53 degrees is equals to angle FBC. So this is 53 degrees as well. Okay, because they are vertically opposite. So if you want to find angle FBE, you just need to use 53 minus 25. And then you can get the answer 28 degrees, which is number 2. Patricia, yes, the working is correct. Yes. Okay, so we're done with MCQ. Let us move on to section B. Okay, so our first question here is a volume question. What is the volume of a cube, of this cube here? Let me know your answer. Don't use calculator, okay? No calculator for this question. Okay, I'll give you 15 seconds for this. Yu Xiang, okay, Ken? That working is okay? Right. Okay, I think most of you say 343. Yes, okay, let's check. Right, so for a cube, you know that all sides are the same. So that means the length, okay, and the breadth and the height is all 7 cm. So to find the volume of a cube, you need to use length times length times length. So that means 7 times 7 times 7. Yeah, so this will give you 343, which is, yeah, I think what most of you have. Okay. Wax, can explain this question more specifically. Okay, Wax, you need to just apply the formula for volume of a cube. Okay, so the formula for volume of a cube is just length times length times length. So that's why you use 7 times 7 times 7. Okay, Wax? You need to know the formulas. Okay, great. Now part B is also a volume question. Let me know your answers. Give your 30 seconds for this. Okay. Yeah, seems like most of you say 160. Yes, let's check whether it's correct. So now you have a cuboid that has a height of 10 cm and a square base of 4 cm. What is its volume? So the first thing you should do is to think about what a square base means. Okay, so square base means that the length and breadth are equal. So that means that the length is 4 cm and the breadth is also 4 cm. Then the height is 10 cm. So you're going to use the formula for volume of a cuboid. Okay, so the formula for volume of a cuboid is length times breadth times height. You need to know this formula. Then after that, you just put the numbers inside and you calculate. Okay, so length is 4, breadth is 4, and then height is 10. So 4 times 4 times 10 is 160. Yeah, so those of you who say 160 is correct. Wax, based on the questions that you ask, right? I think you need to revise your basics because all these questions are actually very basic questions. So Wax, the life is for P6. Are you P6? Because if you're younger, right, then, I mean, if you're P5 or P4, then this life is not suitable for you. Are you P6, Wax? Wax, you're not P6. Okay, those of you who are not P6, you will find the questions a bit difficult lah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Wax, this life will not benefit you if you're not P6. Okay. All right, so we move on to the next one, which is on rate. Okay, so the topic here is rate. So try out this question and let me know your answer. Okay, you can just send me the answer for part A first. Because there's part A, part B, right? We go through part A first. I'll give you all another 15 seconds, okay? 15 seconds. Okay. Liang Hian, I think you might have a typo in what you sent. Alright, let's go through. So gear A makes 78 rotations in 6 minutes. Gear B makes 81 rotations in 9 minutes. How many rotations can gear A make in 1 minute? Okay, so let's look at A only. Okay, so for A, 6 minutes is 78. So you want to find 1 minute. All you need to do is to divide by 6 on both sides. Okay, so just one step actually. 78 divided by 6 gives you 13, and then that's it. That's the answer, 13. Fanatic K-pop, that is a very interesting comment. Okay. Let me know your answers for B, part B. Which gear rotates at a slower rate? So you only need to tell me whether it's A or B, right? There's only two possible answers. It's either A or it's B. Okay, can. Right, let's go through. I think most of you chose B. Let's see whether B is correct. So I'm going to look at the rate for B. So for B, in 9 minutes is 81 rotations. So same thing, I'm going to compare it with the 1 minute rate. So please divide by 9 on both sides, and then you'll get B's rate. Okay, so if they're asking you for a slower rate, that means you should choose the smaller number, which is B. Okay, because 9 is smaller than 13. This means that B is slower than A, because it makes less rotations per minute. Okay, so I think most of you are correct. Okay, good job. Let's look at the next one. List all the common factors of 16 and 36. Okay, so this is a P4 concept, factors. UG, you don't need to send your answer so many times. TikTok might block you for spamming. Yeah. Okay, so please don't spam. If not, you might get blocked. Focus on the question. Let me know your answers. Avocado lover and Alice, I think Jacob. I think you got to check your answer. Snow and Yu Hao also got to check your answer. Yes, Josh, yes, you are correct. So some of you have an extra number in your answer. UG, you need to see the on top part, is it here? Okay, Snow and Alice, yep, okay, I see that you have changed your answer. Yu Hao, you have an extra number. JX3 Lin, I think your name is Jolene, is it? They're asking for a common factor of 16 and 36. So you must look for the one in common. Yeah, common. Okay, so I'm going to list down the factors of 16 first. You always start off with 1, okay? So 1 times 16, move on to 2, 2 times 8. 3 cannot, so you do 4, 4 times 4. Okay, then you move on to 36. Same thing, start off with 1. 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, and 6 times 6. Okay, so now we'll circle the common ones. Now 1 is definitely a common factor. 1 is always a common factor. Okay, then we have 2. We also have 4. And then that's it, right? No more already. Only 1, 2, and 4. So you just write 1, 2, and 4, separate it with commas. And then that's it. Okay, everybody, can we move on? Oh, Patricia, when is the break? Okay, we have the break now, okay? It's 7:34 already, right? Let's have a short few minutes break. If you need to use the restroom, okay, you can go now. Just a few minutes, okay? How long? How long? 3 minutes, okay? Just 3 minutes. Yes, Jacob? Oh yeah, Sushi Monster, thanks for reminding me. I forgot. I need to charge my Apple Pen. Yes, thank you for the reminder. I left 5%. Okay, you need to write the top one. Okay, can. Wax, can you wait a while? I think somebody else is copying question 10 first. So after that, then I show you page 1, okay? Autumn, yes, you are right. I think today's chat is quite a lot of comments. Okay, Wax, I'm going to show you page 1, right? Page 1. Okay, over here. UG, when does the live end? 8 o'clock. We will end at 8 o'clock or a bit before that. There will be another live from 8 to 9 o'clock. I think it's English, yeah. Avocado lover, you want P5 live for math? Have, but not today. Yeah, okay, so you can check our website for, the schedule of when our lives are. Oh, sorry, the P5 English is not today. P5 English is Friday, yeah. Let me see. Yu Hao. Yes, Yu Hao, you're correct. For English, there's Kahoot this week. So if you want to join the Kahoot, right, it's on Friday from 7 to 8 o'clock. UG, you need question 11. Okay, Ken, sure. Question 11. This one. Jacob, yeah, after UG copy question 11, then we move on, okay? UG, can you let me know when you're done with question 11? Rex, you need question 1. I thought I showed you question 1 just now already. YXT, you need question 9. Oh, okay, Ken. This is question 9. Oh, Wax, you didn't finish copying. Okay, Ken. Okay. YXT, are you done with question 9? You can just take a photo or a screenshot. Avocado lover, copy on what? I think they are copying on the worksheet or like just a blank piece of paper. Wax, you need question 1. Here you go, question 1. Question 1 got no working. Only the answer. Okay, Wax, I'm going to move on. We need to move on, everybody. Okay, so question 12, you have a bar graph over here. I need you guys to change the question. Okay, so instead of the keyword average, let us change it to total. Okay, so find the total number of fans from January to April. So because average you guys haven't learned yet. Okay, so we will find total instead of average. Let me know the answer for this. What is the total? Okay, so seems like most of you say 1,200. Okay, let's check. So for January is 200, February is 350, March is 400, and then April is 250. So total just means you add everything together. Okay, so your final answer should be 1,200, which I think most of you got correct, so that's great. User 323, if the question asks for average, then yes, 300 is the answer. Okay, shall we move on? Next one, we have a question on time. Okay, so Gareth drove from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur. He left Singapore at 8:10 and he thought that he would take 5 hours 15 minutes to reach Kuala Lumpur, but he arrived 45 minutes earlier. So what time did he actually reach Kuala Lumpur? Sushi Monster, because for question 12, right, I changed the question from average to total. So that's why we don't need to divide by 4. Because technically, you guys haven't learned average yet. So I have to change the question. Wax, your P4, is it? We don't have TikTok for P4, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, so, oh, you guys are quite fast, huh? I see the answer is 1240, is it? Most of you say 1240? Yeah, let's check. Actually, yes, you are correct. We used to have P4 TikTok, but now don't have. Yeah. Okay, so for this one, the 5 hour 15 minutes, I will try to subtract 45 minutes from it. Okay, because the actual time that he took is 45 minutes less. So this one, I will change this to 4 hour 75 minutes. Okay, then I will minus 45 minutes from this. Yeah, so that means that he actually only took 4.5 hours, right, to reach there. Okay, so 4.5 hours, if you need to, you can draw a timeline. So this is 8:10, and then 4 hours later is 12:10 p.m. Okay, then another half an hour later, 30 minutes later will be 12:40 p.m. So that's the answer, 12:40 p.m. Yeah, I think most of you got it correct, so that's good. Okay, please be nice in the comments, huh? Please don't bully each other, okay? Speak nicely, okay, to each other, yeah. All right, great. Let's move on. Okay, so here we have a geometry question. there is a rectangle and a square in this diagram. Okay, they're kind of like overlapping each other. Angle GAB is 125 degrees. You are asked to find angle Y, which I have highlighted in green. Okay, let me know your answers. You need 2 steps for this question. 2 steps. User 323, unfortunately, we can't extend the lesson. Yeah. We'll try to end at 8 o'clock on time, okay? Okay, guys, you are talking a lot in the chat, but you guys are not sending me the answer. Focus on the question. What is the answer for this? Ivoni, I think you got to try again. Slack Queen, I think you got to try again also. Anton, is that a typo in your answer? Charlene, you got to try again, okay? Okay, let's go through this. Some of you say 45, some of you say 60. Not quite. Yeah, so let's look at this together. I'm going to zoom in, okay, so you guys can see better. Right, so 125 is an obtuse angle. So 125 is this entire thing. So you focus on the rectangle first. You know that for the rectangle, this has to be a right angle, right? Right angle is 90 degrees. So you can use 125 minus this 90 degrees. Then you can get this angle over here, which is angle GAD. Okay, so that's actually our first step. 125 minus the right angle, you get 35 degrees, which is angle GAD. So after that, you can focus on this triangle, and you can see that at point G is actually another right angle. So this is actually 90 degrees. And then for angles within a triangle, you should have learned in P5, angles within a triangle add up to 180, right? So I'm going to use 180 minus 35 minus away the right angle, and then you can get the answer 55. Yeah, so angle Y is 55, huh? So that's the answer. Yeah, some of you got careless mistake, I think. Wax, you need question 13. Okay, later can. Wax, later. The seat, angles in a triangle. Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for this question. Let me move on. Next one. So question 15 says that a bookshelf can hold a maximum of either 36 small books or 24 big books. So it's either or, not both. So there are already 6 small books. Then how many more big books can the bookshelf hold? Let me know your answers. The seat, I wouldn't really call this equal concept. Jolene, isn't this ratio? Okay, Jolene, you can use ratio to solve this, but you can also use other methods to solve it. It doesn't have to be ratio for this question. Okay, seems like most of you say 20, right? Yeah, let's see whether it's 20. So the first step is I will write 36 small books is equals to 24 big books. Okay, so that means that the mass, okay, the mass of 36 small books is equals to the mass of 24 big books. So then the question talk about 6 small books. So I'm going to find 6 small books. And you can do this by dividing by 6. Because 36 divided by 6 gives you 6. Yeah, the seed, you divide accordingly. So the other side, you also divide by 6. So you should get 4 big books. Okay, so then you can just use the 24 big books minus the current 4 big books. Okay, so that's how you get 20 big books. Okay, so 20 is the answer. That means that you substitute 4 big books into the 6 small books. Instead of 6 small books, you think of it as it is 4 big books instead. Okay, so this one, you can just substitute lah. Yeah. Those of you who got 20, that's correct. Okay, good job. All right. We got 2 more questions, okay? So we're at problem sums now. I'll read the question for you. Mr. Lim had a sum of money at first. He gave 2/5 of it to his wife. He gave 3/4 of the remainder to his 2 children. Each child received the same amount of money, and Mr. Lim saved the rest of his money. He saved $378. How much did he give to each of his children? Let me know your answers. Okay, guys in the chat, please be nice to each other. Don't use, not so nice words. Yuji, please, your comments. All right, those of you who are trying to solve this question on the spot, give you all like one minute plus, okay? Okay, yeah, so everybody in the chat, just focus on the question. Yeah, don't need to talk about anything else, okay? Those who are done can send me the final answer in the chat. Okay, avocado lover and user 323. Okay. you guys are not very sure how to do this question, is it? Okay, this question, right, actually, I think it's not very common because there's one part of the question that you actually don't need. That means that I can actually solve the question just with this circled portion. I actually don't need the 2/5 that he gave to his wife. Okay, so I'm going to go through the steps with you guys. I will just illustrate it using a very simple model, okay? Okay, so you know that he gave some money to his wife, right? And then this part of the model is known as the remainder. So you know that he gave 3/4 of the remainder to his 2 children. So the remainder I split into 4. And then out of the 4, 3 units I give to his 2 children. So then you have one more small unit left, right? This is what he saved for himself. This is 378. So if you know that one unit is 378, then you can find the 3 units here, right? That he gave to his children. So you just need to use 378 times 3. You get 1134. So 1134 is these 3 units that he gave to his 2 children. And then after that, you want to find one child, right? Then you just divide by 2. 1134 divided by 2. That's it. 567 is the answer. Okay, so I think some of you got it correct. Then your final answer, just put the dollar sign, then that's it. Okay, some of you are asking whether you can use calculator. Yes, you can, because this is a problem sum. This is section C, right? Feel free to use calculator. Okay, so you notice that to solve this question, I didn't use this 2/5 at all, which is not very common. Usually for math question, you realize that you need to use every single number in the question. Yeah. Okay, everybody, let us look at our last question. So over here, you see there's this sofa. Okay, so the sofa is $1,850. Barry bought it during a sale. There was a discount of 30%. So part A, what was the discounted price? Let me know the answer. You can use calculator. User 323, when is the next math TikTok live? P5 math, I think will be end of the month. Yeah. P6 math will be next month in February. Yuji, you're not done with question 16. Oh, okay. Okay, later I will let you copy. Yeah. Okay, Yuji, later I will let you copy question 16. Okay. All right, so let's solve this question first. Discounted price means the price after the discount, right? So originally the price should be 100%. After the 30% discount, it becomes 70%. So you only need to pay 70%. Okay, so 70%, write it as a fraction, and then you just multiply the original price. Use your calculator, you will get 1295. Okay, so that's it for part A, 1295. Okay, then part B is also not too difficult. Part B says that Barry has to pay 9% GST on the discounted price. So how much does he need to pay, including this GST? Shalina, we are already at the last question already. So no need break already, okay? Elisa, you can use calculator. Some of you are not getting the correct answers. You might want to use calculator to double check. Okay, those of you who need other questions, later. Okay, we finish this question first. All right, so I see some correct answers. Let's go through. So you can calculate the GST separately, or you can just calculate it together, up to you. Okay, so I will just use 109%. I write it as a fraction. Then I just multiply the discounted price. Okay, so when you include the GST, it becomes more expensive. So that's why I'm using 109%. So anyways, this will give you 1411.55, and then that's it. That's the answer. Okay, yeah, so I do see some of you getting it correct. Yeah. Is it okay, everybody? Yeah, so that's it for today's live. And then I will show some of you the questions that you were copying halfway, okay? Right, okay, so Yuji, you need question 16. Ken? Yeah. Oh, okay, let me answer some questions first. Cat, why not 9 over 100? Yes, you can use 9 over 100, cat. If you use 9 over 100, then you times, then that's the GST. Okay, so once you get your GST, then you add it to 1295, you will get the same answer here. Okay, cat. Hope that answers your question. Okay, the rest of you, if you got no question, you can go off first. Okay, bye-bye. Those of you who need to copy stuff, you can stay for a while more and copy. Yes, question, UG question 16, there you go. User 323, you need the first page, question 123. Okay, can? Okay, bye-bye, the rest of you. Okay, Wax, you need question 13, can? Okay. Shalina, this is not Everloop. Yu Hao is a secret. Okay, Wax and Dev noted you need question 13, no problem. Okay, Yuji, I'm going to move on already. Question 13. Okay, Dev and Wax, this is question 13 here. Alice, that's a secret. But if you want to join my class, I do teach online classes. Okay, so you can join my online class. Asher, you need 12. Asher, 12 is here. 12 is on top, the bar graph question, Asher. Okay, hi, you need 4 and 7. Okay, no problem. I'm super Teddy. No leh, there's no replay leh. Yeah. Asher, you need question 10. Okay, can question 10. Asher, this is question 10. Okay, Asher, quickly, I need to move on to question, I think 4 to 6. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Question 4 to 6. Oh wait, hi, you need question 7, right? Here you go, question 7. Okay, bye-bye, Asher. Okay, I Zhang, bye-bye. Dev, then you have to wait for a while. Yeah, because the rest are copying. Okay, hi, can I move on to question 4? You needed question 4, right? Okay, you need question 4. Okay, here you go. This is question 4. Okay, bye, Wax. See you next time. Okay, user 323, you need question 123. Okay, no problem. After this, I will show you. Okay, bye-bye, Alice. See you next time. Hi, you need 6 also. Okay, this is question 6. Yu Hao, bye-bye. See you. Just take a screenshot, okay? Then you can copy it after that. UG, okay, can question 13? Yeah, I think Dev need question 13 also. Wait a while, huh? UG, don't spam. Okay, bye-bye. Right, question 1 to 3, here you go. Who needed question 1 to 3? User 323, right? Okay, can faster copy these 3 questions? Or you can just take a screenshot. It's faster. Okay, done. Alright, UG and Dev, question 13. You guys can also take a screenshot. Here you go. Okay, this is the last question I'm showing. After that, we're going to end the live, okay? Okay, bye-bye, Wax. See you. Dev and UG, are you guys done? Okay, user 323, bye-bye. UG, are you done with this? Yes? Okay, can. So I will end the live. I'll see you next time. It'll be next month. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye everybody. See you all next month.